Hello, my name is M. Jason Graham, and this is In Under 5 Minutes. Story Unit, Scene. So, today we're going to go over scenes, and there's a bit of a difference than your traditional understanding of what a scene is. Scenes are, of course, our basic unit that establishes basically everything from narrative writing as far as books are concerned, to screenplays and also stage plays, as well as web series. So, in order to clear up as far as story is concerned, I'm going to define scene for you. And so that definition is a complete character interaction that occurs in one specific location and in which an emotional transition occurs. So, all three of those conditions must be met. So it needs to be a complete character interaction, which is to say you need to have at least two characters, actually optimally two characters. They need to follow this process here, which is to say plan, implementation, both characters, and then generally what occurs is some kind of complication as the second character introduces something that throws the first character out of whack, and then the first character recoils, has to come back and do an assessment in the next scene, and then in order to come up with a new plan and new implementation. So this is a complete character interaction. Very rarely what you will have happen is one character succeed the first time around that they do something. Even if the character wins like a combat situation, we're talking about emotional transition. So if something occurs, the character gets shocked by something or some kind of revelation that causes them to emotionally recoil. Then we go to the assessment, and then the character comes up with a new plan and implementation. So that's the first requirement for it to be a scene. The second requirement is that it needs to take place in one specific location. Of course, there are some caveats to that because we are in film and television, and so sometimes what happens is you'll have a phone conversation that happens between characters in two separate rooms. That's fine. That's a convention of reality, something that we get used to, but it's still the same. That moment that's happening is happening emotionally in the same place for both characters. So that fits. The third thing is that there needs to be an emotional transition that's made. And this is not just an emotional transition for the protagonist. This is also an emotional transition for the antagonist. Remember, anytime they intersect, somebody wins, somebody loses. So there should be a change that occurs for both characters. Well, this has been In Under 5 Minutes. I'm M. Jason Graham, and In Under 5 Minutes is brought to you by mjgstorycreation.com. Go to MJG Story Creation for your free assessment and get started turning your idea into an epic story today. I'll see you next time.